of the day, the second of the weekend. We have more tomorrow, so more for you tomorrow, ladies. And it's all about why women can unlock their minds to unlock their business. And to host the panel, I'm going to present to you a very, very, very inspirational, awesome, amazing lady. Now, I only met this lady a couple of years ago, and I'm very, very glad I did. Shimra Valia is an international speaker, a health coach, and a gut stress expert. She's amazing at what she does. She's going to be amazing here this afternoon talking to the panel. So, without further ado, I would like to welcome my friend and business partner, Shimra Valia. Are we hugging?
How are you all doing? Give one more round to Cindy. That was amazing. Now, the day's not finished yet. We have an amazing panel all ready for you ladies. Who's ready? Give me a heaven yes. We've not said that today. Give me a heaven yes, loud and loud. Brilliant. Now, this panel is all about why women unlock their mind to unlock their business. Give me a ooh. Because mindset's all about the woo-woo stuff. Not necessarily, but it is. And I like a bit of the woo-woo. Who loves a bit of the woo-woo? Amazing. So, this panel, we're actually going to discuss one of the most common things that holds women that want to be successful, and it's actually their mindset. Okay? And we're going to be exploring the importance of mindset in business and the results that a female entrepreneur can get. So, first and foremost, I have to multitask and I hate it. But we're going to go... Oh, no. Okay, so first up, we have got an amazing panelist. She's the founder of Enabling Wings. She's a leadership coach. She's a mentor. She combines NLP and 25 years of working with multinational companies. Please give a warm welcome to Caroline Martin.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Caroline Martin, and I am a mum, a sister, a girlfriend, an auntie, and friend to many of you in the audience here. I'm the founder of Enabling Wings, and I'm an NLP trainer and leadership coach. I help leaders move from chaos to calm and help them align to their values.
Thank you so much, Caroline. Give it up for Caroline. Okay, next up, we have the founder and CEO of Laugh At Shit. I love that. She's a certified NLP practitioner. She's a happiness trainer and mentor. Give it up for Sandra Amelad. Woohoo!
Woo!
That's a hug.
I made it! Okay, I'll make it short and sweet. I guide and help women how to grab their shit, how to own it, accept it, learn to laugh. That's shit. How to accept it and how to let go of the control it had over them, so you can become who you really want to be. I believe that every woman has a fire in their soul, and they really need to ignite it and sparkle, because every woman is a diamond.
You guys can hear me, right? Brilliant. Okay. Our next panelist on this amazing panel, she's the founder of Global Women Leadership Academy. She's a #1 international best-selling author and speaker. She's an incredible leader and business owner. And she's an executive leader in Fortune 500 company. Please give a warm welcome to Eva Martin. Woo-hoo!
I'm honored. I'm not sure I deserve all of this. But she might have noted 3 things about me. The first one is I love jumping from planes. It gives me the sense of freedom, freedom of being who I'm meant to be, freedom of not having to think about those inner limitations, I'm not good enough, or all those kind of little shits. I think Sandra's called them like that, right? The second thing, actually, is I'm able to read your brain and your thoughts better than you do. So be careful what you're thinking right now. I got you. Martin, that's fine. I won't tell Angie. The third one is actually I live a life of no regrets, because I really believe that it's not about being perfect. It's not about thinking of being good enough at any moment. It's living a life of no regrets. And for that, I ask myself every day, who am I betraying for not showing up? Try asking yourself this question. Anytime you procrastinate, anytime you have doubts, who are you betraying for not showing up?
Give it up for Eva. Thank you so much. Our next panelist is an inspirational business trainer and mentor. She's the founder of the Uplift Academy. She's a proud wife and mother to a daughter and an African grey parrot. Give it up for Usha Demelo. Woo! Come on up.
Hi, ladies. Have you ever been in a position where you work hard all month, deprived of time from your loved ones, your family, your friends, and your children, being stressed, and still be broke at the end of the month? I've been there. Working hard, working on my business, working full-time, being a full-time mom, trying to be the best wife, has caused a lot of mental stress, and the strain that I put on my body had me have significant losses. My name is Usha Demelo, and I am the founder of the Uplift Academy, and I help women unleash their inner powers. Now, I'm not here to empower women, because women are powerful creatures already, but I help them become their own boss so that they can live a life fully, spend better quality time with their friends and family, and spend time with the children, time that they will never have again.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Usha.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Brilliant. And last but not least, this amazing woman has been helping women change since 2013, their mindset. She founded Irene, and I love that name because it's so fitting to the book and to this weekend. And she wants to help women just like her really make a serious change. Please give it up for Rumbi Jenna. Come on up.
Hey, it's my first time being on stage, so just bear with me. So I'm Rumbi. I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Zimbabwe, migrated when I was 18. And growing up, I was given a script. Go to school, go to university, get a job, have a career, and I did exactly that. I'm a trained nurse, except I found myself depressed. Progressing in my career, I was doing really well. When I stopped working last year, I think I was being offered jobs for 70,000, 80,000 pounds. So when I walked away, everybody thought I was going crazy. But I got really depressed. I spent 3 weeks in bed, 3 weeks at home. I couldn't think, I was just stuck. But in that same period of darkness, and where I come from, we don't talk about depression. I don't know if you have a word for it in my language. So it wasn't something I could actually share or talk to somebody about. It was just, I was just suffering in silence. But during that dark period, I got the idea to start my business, helping women who, I had a job. I was earning more than the average income, but I wasn't happy. I needed change. Something just wasn't right. So it's not necessarily about how much you're earning. It just wasn't working for me. There was no job satisfaction. I was just struggling. And that's why I help women who want to move from employment to start their own businesses, because it's something I had to do and figure out. So if I can help you figure it out much faster, then great, I will help you. Thank you.
Give it up for Rumbi. So ladies, there are our amazing panelists. Who's excited to hear from all of them? Brilliant. Okay, well, I was setting up the chairs. What's the one thing that's held you back with mindset? And this is something that we're going to really, really explore in this panel. Just really reflect your journey with mindset. Because mindset is not something that you wake up and go, I'm going to work on my mindset today. It's always usually a trigger, and these ladies are absolute experts in mindset. So please give a warm welcome to our panelists. Give it up for Caroline, Eva, Sandra, Usha, and Rumbi. Brilliant. Welcome, ladies, to my panel. All right, how are we all feeling? Good, okay. Now, my first question is, why is mindset so important? And I would love to start with Eva. Because Eva, I've known you for some time now, and I always say Eva is a mindset ninja. She will just have to look at you and go, yeah, I know what's going on, and I know how to do it. Just like that with a click of fingers. But you've been on a mission to empower women to really uplift and just kind of skyrocket their lives. So I would love to know, why do you believe mindset is so important in business?
Wonderful question. I would say actually it's more than mindset, it's subconscious mindset. Because we all believe that we can do this, and we can do this, and we can do this, and when we go in order to take action, suddenly there's a lot of work. Suddenly we procrastinate, suddenly we have some thoughts, and we don't move into action, but it's actually because we all have those inner voices that are stopping us. And that's actually what makes you thrive or makes you die. So I really believe that it's about the clarity of what you want to make. It's having the clarity of the leverage and also the heritage that you want to leave behind, and how you make it happen through your own inner thoughts and the mindset that you have. But I believe that the subconscious mind actually is the one that is reflecting in your life. 90% of what we do is a reflection of it. Yeah. So if you're not congruent between what you think and what you really think underneath, then you might have some roadblocks in your life.
That's amazing. Raise your hand if the subconscious mind is something that you are aware of or that you work on it on a daily basis. Quite a number of you.
I
Brilliant.
love it.
She's now going to all look at you and go, yeah. You're not working on your subconscious mind. Yeah, you are. That's amazing. So there's different levels to mindset. It's not just mindset. And I think it has been abused, that word, in the personal development world. What were your other thoughts with subconscious mind? Like, obviously, you've gone through that journey of working on your subconscious mind, your mindset. Give us a little bit of an insight into that.
Yeah, why did I start? First, I started The Power of the Brain when I was really young. And then I understood that actually I started, I think we all have done it, those kind of affirmations. Unfortunately, I'm not that disciplined to be able to say it more than 10 times a day. I've done it maybe one day. But in reality, if you tell yourself, I'm so beautiful, and you look at the mirror and you think, I'm so ugly, you might put your most beautiful red pair of shoes, you won't feel beautiful, you will feel ugly. So it's all about trying to understand what actually makes you feel ugly underneath and try to release that from the core, so then actually you might think in the end that you're beautiful and good enough and whatsoever. Yeah.
Which every one of you are, by the way. Beautiful.
You're bombastic.
Bombastic, that's her favourite word. Now, obviously the journey of mindset, like I said earlier, is not something that you wake up and go, I'm going to work on my mindset. There's been triggers, there's been traumas, and I would love to ask this question to Sandra, because your journey's been amazing, things that you've gone through, and you've literally done a 360. You were not accepting that, and I kind of want to explore with the panel, like with you, like what led you on the path to actually working on your mindset?
Well, I think when a lot of things are happening to you that sometimes you don't have control over, but I mean, no one gets spared. Everyone gets their own shit in their life. And at some point you realize that the only thing that you can change about it is you. You need to change.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought, pills are not going to help. The doctor wanted to put me on antidepressives. And I said, well, I think you should take them yourself. That's not going to work. I mean, life is not a movie, right? I mean, take the blue or the red pill. So,
A bit like The Matrix.
yeah. And if my life wasn't a movie, then I'd probably be in more like Bridget Jones or something. So
Yeah.
So that's how I started to do personal development, and I guess I got kind of addicted to it.
Yeah. Would you say your intuition kicked in then? Because obviously doctors are experts, right?
No, they say they are the experts. I think you yourself are the expert.
Absolutely.
And it's probably, it's like your intuition will tell you exactly what to do. And if you don't listen to your intuition, just wait until your body will tell you what to do, because it ends up somewhere.
Yeah. I know that very well. Your symptoms tell you a lot of things about where you need to start. How many times have we used our intuition and things have gone right? Raise your hand. And how many times have we ignored our intuition and things not gone so right? Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much, Sandra. I know the journey of mindset. We have a mindset that has shifted. We shift from a mindset that doesn't serve us anymore. And this particular question I really want to ask Caroline, because Caroline, me and you have had some amazing chats about imposter syndrome, life, business, family, all those sort of things.
Gut health.
Gut health, yes, all the lovely bacteria that does a lot of talking for us. But I know your journey when you started personal development was about 9 years ago. But you often told me, I never used to be like this. I used to be this cynical, protective person. And my question to you is, are there times where you've noticed yourself kind of shifting back to the mindset that didn't serve you? If so, how did you notice?
So absolutely, Shim, and it happens on a daily basis. You don't just wake up one day and your brain's fixed. It doesn't work like that. Personal development is like exercising a muscle. You can't just rock up at the gym once and get a six-pack, and it's exactly the same with your mindset. As you start to unlock things, the universe, you start thinking that you've got it all together, the universe is going to throw you some curveballs just to say, have you really got it together? Have you really? And it can lead you to having that doubt and perhaps falling down a little bit. But exercising every day, like working on your mindset, noticing what you're saying to yourself, because I know that, in all honesty, I thought those voices in my head meant that there was something wrong with me. I didn't know that everybody has them. I truly didn't. But once I realised that everybody has these voices in their head, and actually it's not you. Those voices, they're not you. They're things that have been imparted on you over weeks, months, decades, and repeated and layered on top of, because your brain finds ways of noticing things and layering stuff on top of it to enhance that limiting belief that you've got in your mind. So start with just noticing that you're saying something negative, noticing how you're talking to yourself, because it does all start from within. It absolutely starts from within, and noticing our own language and how we're behaving towards ourselves.
It's often said as be careful what you wish for, because the universe is listening.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Who else has got a voice inside their head? Don't lie. All raise your hands, okay? I've got a couple. They're all right. Yeah, they have names, but I won't share because they're a bit shy. Anyway, thank you so much, Caroline, for that. I'm going to bring it on to Usha. Now, Usha, you've been through a journey. And I've come to know you because you're a member of the club, and you've trained thousands of people to really live life and business on their own terms. But before they did that, you had a journey with mindset. Could you just share a bit about your journey with mindset?
Well, firstly, mindset can break a mountain. And I can testify to that because when I started my business, me and my husband were planning for a baby. I started my business and I was so hyped up, excited, all ready, boost, and we had our first loss. I lost my baby, and then I went downhill, and then we planned again, and I was hyped up again in my business startup, and I lost the second baby within the same year, and I had to pick up myself again, work on my brain again, work on my mindset, emotions, and I was surrounded myself with positive people, managed to get back up again, and I had my third loss, and the third loss was more impactful. That nearly broke me. Perhaps in a way where, I couldn't even speak at some point. I was dozed off, I felt paralyzed. But I had to work on my mind because I know I had a lot of people to help me out. I reached out. I knew I had to help myself by asking for help. And I surrounded myself with so many positive people who I knew who could support me. And I chose those people very carefully as well because I knew, for example, I couldn't speak openly to my close one, my siblings, because they are very emotionally attached to me. By knowing that I'm hurt, they'll be hurt, and I'll be hurt, and they'll be hurt. So I had to really choose the right people to be around me, to surround me, to get myself back up into the right mindset. And just like we say, a little bit of TLC in life, you have to have a mind TLC as well. TLC, talk therapy. I've been talking to people. Language that I use for myself, and you mentioned about, affirmation. The information that I use for myself, things happen, worse things are happening out there. I can do it. I have to do it. I have a purpose, and I need to follow my intuition and carry on. And C is to control my emotions. People are here to help you, but at the end of the day, I am the one who has to control the emotion. I get the help, but I had to control the emotions myself. And I had to really change my thought because however we're feeling, we have some thoughts, but we let those thoughts impact on the way we feel and the way we behave. But we have the control to change them. And there's many, different techniques you can use, like affirmation or mirror exercise, talking to yourself, talking to people. Yeah. But you have to change the emotions and control it.
Amazing. So what you're saying is that resiliency is a massive part when it comes to mindset.
Yes.
Because it's not about breaking down. It's not about giving up. It is about taking that pause point when life really gets you down. But it's about who you talk to, who's in your corner, who's in your environment. The club stands as an amazing supportive environment. But who's in your corner right now helping you when things get a little bit tough? And you're right, you have to choose the right people to be with you, to hug you, just to give you that little nudge.
I just want to share something as well. I think Haj is here. He actually shared a strategy called the SHIELD strategy. That's when you're surrounding yourself with people who are actually going to help you. Sometimes you can't do it by yourself, and it's normal. It's normal not to feel okay. It's normal not to be able to help yourself. So you've got to really help yourself by, surrounding with people that can listen to you, help you, and that will create a shield where whatever emotion is coming is going to bounce back.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. And that is incredibly brave and vulnerable what you'd gone through, each and every one of you, to get to where you are and make you the absolute experts that they are today. So, Rumbi, last but not least, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Okay. So you're just good. She's just good. How about fantastic? Come on. I'm fantastic. Brilliant. So you're very passionate about change, particularly that's the journey that you've gone through. So what is the first step that you took to unlocking your mindset when you decided that actually I want to create iRain?
I think one of the first things I did, so whilst I was going through the period of depression, I knew I wanted change. I didn't know exactly where to start, and I knew I wanted to start a business. One thing that helped me unlock my mindset is finding a community. So I literally went out and found events like being here today, and by doing that, I started listening, learning from experts. So even if one thing I always say is you don't need to know exactly where to start, you just need to take the first step. It will come together, and that's when I came across Chloe in that period, and one thing that has helped me a lot, shifting my mindset is being part of a community, being mentored by somebody, because it's great to be here in this environment, but you go home, you're on your own, and those whispers start coming. So we're excited now, aren't we? Oh, it's exciting. Monday, you're home, you're on your own. Those whispers start coming back. So what do you do then? Being part of a community. So when those thoughts come, I have somewhere I can go where I can ask questions. I have a network that thinks along the same lines where I get the support, because I don't have anybody amongst my friends who's doing the same thing. So I can't really get support from there, so I found support elsewhere. And I think that's been the biggest thing for me, getting help.
I love that. So it's about environment, it's about who you talk to, who you spend time with, what you're listening to, because we can listen to podcasts, we can listen to YouTube videos, but it's all going into the subconscious mind that Eva was talking about. So what is actually going through your subconscious mind? What's helping you grow? And I want to pass the mic back to Caroline, because I have a question. Now, yes, we've all been through a journey, especially our expert ladies. Each and every one of us in this room have gone through a journey with mindset. But what I want to know is, what is one of your resilience strategies that you use that you go, uh-oh, old mindset's back?
So, as I said a moment ago, and I'll repeat it because I think it's really, really important, it's noticing when you're slipping back, being aware of what you're thinking, and having those people around you that can tell you as well, like correcting your language. When I've studied NLP and when I work with people with NLP, I'm with kind, as Chloe likes to say, cuddle punch.
Punch cuddle.
You know, yeah, punch cuddle. We're actively supporting each other to point out our mindset. Do you realise you've just said that? Do you realise what you've just said to yourself? Oh. And actually, for me personally as well, to have those people around me that correct me too, and notice sometimes before I notice that I'm slipping back, and that makes an absolutely huge difference.
Absolutely.
Your environment is so important.
You are the product of your environment at the end of the day, and I think each and every one of you can agree, including our expert panelists, is awareness. That's where it starts from. If you're not aware, someone's going to make sure you're aware, or your body will tell you, actually, you need to pay attention, because what you're doing or what you're saying every single day is kind of not serving you anymore. And that's really, really powerful, because without awareness, you can't change. There's no growth.
Absolutely.
That's an amazing share.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Sandra, what's your resilience strategy? Please share with the ladies.
What my strategy is?
Yeah, so...
I think the most important thing is learn how to accept yourself. Because we all have parts of ourselves that we don't necessarily like.
Yeah.
And that is probably the biggest roadblock. At least it was for me in my experience. I was the biggest roadblock. And once you accept the parts that you don't like about yourself as well, then you become a whole person. And then you can start loving yourself and embracing yourself totally.
I think that's beautiful, because I think it's such a hard thing to do, accepting yourself. Because there are so many flaws, there's some ugly bumps and all that sort of stuff. And it's about accepting yourself. And it goes through the journey of self-love and forgiving yourself. And without that, again, it's very hard to move forward. So thank you so much for sharing that, Sandra. Eva, back to the ninja mindset.
I love that title.
That's my nickname for you now. Resilience strategy for you. What do you use when moments of, limiting beliefs come up for you?
Yeah, for me, it's reminding myself that I'm the co-creator of my life. For good, for bad, right? But actually, when we remind ourselves by being self-aware that we are the co-creator, that life is only reflecting what we have inside of us. So at that moment, I just remind myself of this. Secondly, I have two possibilities. Whether I see myself as a victim of it, right? I'm a consequence of my life, or actually I take back the power, which then means I have the power to change it. And I believe that it's not about someone empowering you, but you taking back the power that you have inside of you to make a different decision, to make a change in your life, because it's your birthright. So it's you taking back your power. For that, it's simply to be aware every day on what you're co-creating. For example, if I wake up and I'm in a low mood, then I know that if I'm in resentment, what am I going to co-create? Resentment in other people. But if I then reframe my thought and I cut myself into seconds, then I'm going to change my mind and try to put myself uplifted, force myself to laugh, even if it's to do something completely silly, like jumping in a rebounder during 10 minutes with a crazy song. It changed my mind. And then I know that I'm going to co-create a day with much more fulfillment and a smile. So those are my little strategies. And I have two powerful questions that I might gift you with that might help you on a day-to-day. Is whenever you're triggered by someone, by something, it's just to ask yourself, where am I doing the same in my life? Because it's not about them, it's about you. And life is a growth journey. So those are just reflecting some part of you that needs to evolve and have a little bit of love and self-care. And if this question is not helping you, ask yourself the opposite question. Where am I not doing the same in my life? For example, I used to be triggered by people who were self-confident and would go on the stage and rock it. And I thought, shit, why am I not doing this? But it's simply because I was not owning myself and believing I was not good enough, because I was born in a masculine environment, in an industry where you're super competitive and you need to be a male in order to survive. But then I understood that I was co-creating this because I was not believing in myself. Yeah. So it's just reminding you that you co-creating everything, which then means you have the power to change it and co-create your wildest dreams.
I love that, because I often see that kind of work when you're talking to someone. I imagine that's a mirror talking back at me. How many times have we spoken to someone, you're like, yeah, I really needed to hear that advice, or I really needed that punch cuddle, because that I need to work on that. And often the people that we don't get along with or we absolutely love and they mean the world to you are often the best people that can give you the gifts that you need in that moment to work on yourself, to allow yourself to grow and elevate. So I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. Usha.
So I'm just going to extend Eva's questions. So you could find resilience just by asking certain types of questions and ask it in the right way. So if anything happened, life is going to throw happy stuff, and then you're going to have really difficult situations. And that's life. But if you ask yourself the question, oh, why did this happen to me? What's going to do is actually going to keep you within that situation. It's going to give you all the reasons you need to be in that situation. It's going to give you excuses for being in that situation. But if you just change that question into, why not me? It will put you in a place where, why shouldn't I be in that situation? Why shouldn't this happen to me? What could I do to avoid this? That's going to automatically take you out from being a victim or guilty to problem solving. So that's going to help you a lot more to understand. It is just like you've said as well, just speaking to someone who you probably said, oh, you know, it feels good hearing it. When you ask yourself, why not me? It is like you looking at the situation from the outside, and that will help you understand your situation better and move on a little bit more as well.
Amazing, beautiful share. Thank you so much. And last but not least, Usha. I mean, you're Usha. I saw you on the corner of my left eye. I was like, I'm looking at Rumbi, but I'm seeing Usha. Rumbi, how about you? What's your resilient strategy, the days, the moments in your day that you get a little bit of a limiting devil that creeps up on your shoulder?
I think for me, in the last year, I've probably learned to be kind to myself. Because I think I'm one of those people who I'm very harsh. And if that belief came, the first thought would be, I'm a failure. Those are some of the thoughts that will start creeping in. I can't do it, I'm a failure. I've learned to really be kind to myself, that if a thought comes, I tell myself it's okay, it's just a thought. And I literally talk to it and just tell it, you know what, you're a mirage, you can't stay in my mind. But I'm not so hard on myself anymore because those moments will come. I just choose not to stay there. It's a conscious effort, and I'm literally making a conscious effort to be kind to myself. If I have a day where things haven't worked out really well, I know it's one day. It's not every day of the year. And I remind myself that I spent 14 years building a great career. I've been doing this for less than 2 years. So let me give it 14 years, and then I can compare. So it's just taking your time and being kind and not just rushing to think, no, you can't, you have failed. You know, like we heard in the morning, it's not start and succeed, give up. I choose to keep taking a step forward every single day.
That's amazing. And you've all shared where you've gone, there's questions that I ask myself. Now, there are many female entrepreneurs out there that have been in the journey of entrepreneurship for a while, or they're just starting out. Asking those questions to yourself may not come that easy. What would be your advice to that someone that's willing to work on their mindset, but they're like, I don't know what questions to ask myself. It's training that muscle. And I want to go to Sandra for that. What would you say, what's your experience of that?
I would say try to find, in every situation there are always three things. Something to be grateful for, something to learn, and most important maybe something to laugh. No matter how hard the situation is, look for something you can laugh about, because there is always something you can laugh about.
Yeah.
Especially not the funny stuff.
Yeah. And that's why you got laugh at shit.
That's how you get laugh at shit.
That's why I exist. Ladies in the audience, raise your hand if you can remember the last time you actually laughed. Today, amazing. So glad you came, right? Right, we're coming up nearly to the end, but I want to ask that question to Caroline as well. How about you?
So, I think, can you repeat the question for me?
Bloody hell, I've forgotten the question. So, when ladies that are in female entrepreneurship, so they've been in entrepreneurship for some time, or they're about to go into building their own business, you ladies have mastered the art of going, hang on a minute, let me ask myself this question, check in with myself, but it may not come so easy to many women out there. Just give us a quick tip of how you managed to start doing that, mastering asking self questions.
I think, thanks, Shim. I think the biggest gift I've had for myself is to be my best supporter. And actually, that's a very, very, very new thing for me, literally, in the last month.
Wow.
I've spent my entire life supporting everybody else. And I experienced a massive shift in myself when I started to become my own best supporter. And actually, it kind of sounds a bit corny, and it kind of sounds a little bit cliche. But honestly, ladies, at the end of the day, you've only got yourselves. You have only got yourselves. So if you can't love yourself and you can't look after yourself and put yourself first, like, as ladies, we're brilliant at supporting other people. We're brilliant at going into the ladies' room and seeing somebody that's upset and putting our arm around them. But how good are we at doing that for ourselves? Every time you need to do something in your business, think about what your best friend would tell you. Think about what that person, that biggest supporter that you've got, think about what they would say to you. If you can't find the words for yourself, think about what they would say to you, and then use their words if you can't use them for yourself. And again, and if you really can't do that, and it took me a long time to even begin to get to that place, find people that can. And right now, you are surrounded by many, many, many ladies and gentlemen that have got skills that can help you with things that you need help with. If there's parts of your business that you don't have the skills for yet, there are people around you here that can help you with that. So whatever it is that you need, find them and reach out to them.
And just very quickly, you mentioned that you just started this journey of supporting self in the past month. Just tell us one quick result that you got in your business from just doing that.
Could I actually share a personal result from loving myself, right? I've lost 1/2 stone in this last month, not by paying attention to, and it's a personal success, and it's absolutely not by paying attention to the usual strategies of calorie counting or weighing myself on the scale. I literally weighed myself the other day and I was like, wow. Because having kinder thoughts about yourself helps you make better decisions. If you begin from within, it helps you to make better decisions. By having kinder thoughts about yourself, we stop self-sabotaging. We stop reaching for whatever it is. And I can absolutely, hand on heart, honestly tell you that I haven't eaten, I haven't resorted to eating lettuce or anything like that. Well, I do eat lettuce, but...
Chicken and broccoli.
But, I haven't restricted myself in any way, shape or form. And do you know what? That exact loving support for yourself will show up in your business too. You caring about yourself, you get what you reflect what you're putting out. And if you're putting out love for yourself, that love's going to come back to you. Yeah. And that will show up in your business. Absolutely, 100%.
Incredible result. That's amazing. Ladies, have you enjoyed the panel so far? You're getting a clap already. We haven't even finished. Brilliant. We are coming up to the end, so I would love to have the mic back to Rumbi. One final question is a quick fire round. What advice could you give for women ready to unlock their mind, to unlock their business?
I'd say don't look for validation from the wrong people. Usually if you get excited about something, you want to go share with your friends, your family. If they're not doing what you're doing, you're not going to get the right support. And once people tell you you can't do something, then you have to start working on coming back from that. So don't go around looking for validation from the wrong people. As much as you love them, if they're not going to help you, don't seek validation there. Just focus on your purpose.
Love that. Great share. Don't look for validation. Usha.
Your business is going to represent you. So I would say just to take care of your mind first, because once you've taken care of yourself, the business will take care of itself as well. And there's 4 things you can do, and it needs a little bit of time. So first, teach something to yourself every day. Learn something, learn strategies, learn from people. Get inspired by people. Listen to people talking who's doing what you want to do that has already been successful in it, that will inspire you and motivate you to carry on. Yeah. Meditate. Now, I don't mean meditation. It could be any sort of meditation. It could be self-reflection, spending time with yourself, because that will help you understand what you want to achieve in your business. And exercise. And exercise doesn't really mean that you have to go to the gym. It could be just walking, cycling, whatever you do, because once you've done that, your mindset will be in a better position, and that will help you make better decisions for yourself and for your business.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Eva, quick fire round.
I would say live a life of no regrets, of no BS, and ask yourself every day, who are you betraying for not showing up? For not showing up and for not sharing the truth that you have inside of yourself. I know that we all feel guilty sometimes in investing in ourselves, but I have myself 5 coaches. Maybe my brain is a bit too stubborn. But I've started this journey 20 years ago, and I know how to hijack, as you were saying, the ninja of my brain, and I still need to have many different coaches depending on the area where I want to work on. Yeah. So don't bullshit yourself. And if you need, go and find a coach, because they're the most amazing people sometimes, and you feel compelled to really show back what you're co-creating in your life. Yeah. So live a life of no regrets, and who are you betraying for not owning your superpowers and your natural gifts?
Yeah. Who's up for not bullshitting themselves? Yeah, Carrie's. Yeah, I'll do it. Brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing, Eva. Sandra.
I will make it really short. Make the shit of your past the fertilizer of the future, and don't hold back. Become the best version of yourself and live the life that you really want to, that you truly believe inside, that you want, not what anyone else wants.
Brilliant. That's a drop the mic, walk off the stage moment. And last but not least, Caroline.
Ladies, remember, wherever you are in your life or in your business, there is somebody just that little bit behind you that needs your help. They need the gifts that you've got in your business. So take away that rubbish that's going on in your mind and think about how you're serving those people that need the skills that you have to offer.
Amazing. Ladies, stand up. Please give it up one final time for our amazing panelists. Thank you so much. Weren't they great? Brilliant. All right, let's go.
Hey, fantastic stuff, ladies.